this is probably the easiest way to automate your customer service for your e-commerce or your dropshipping store. I'm going to show you exactly how you can set this up. It's a crazily powerful automation. It means you no longer have to post on Upwork to hire a virtual assistant. You no longer have to have long interviews with people, hire people, fire them, pay hundreds or thousands of dollars every single month for someone just to sit in your emails and constantly respond to the same question over and over again. So this is a very powerful automation. It's going to cost you $30 to get set up. You can actually do it for free for 7 days, and essentially it's going to work by using AI chatbots, prioritization and support ticketing, automated, basically trained off your entire website. And it's a very, very powerful tool because you can customize and tailor it to exactly how you want. It can learn from your website. It can learn from all of your product pages, your refund policy pages, everything. It can basically categorize questions into simple requests and complex issues. It can hand complex issues off to a support ticketing system, and it can automatically respond to those support tickets. And like I say, it's going to cost you $30 to get set up. So here's how we're going to do it. The first thing we need to do is start a free trial at ChatIQ. The top link is down below in the description. You can go ahead and start your free trial. Like I say, put in your card details. It's going to cost you nothing for the first 7 days. We won't charge you. And then what we're going to do is come to our website. So you can see here, this is a random website I've built. So what we're going to do is on our website at the moment, we've got our shop. We've got seasonal products, home and kitchen. Like we've got, let's say, this is just a random site that I've built. We've got refund policies on this site. We've got shipping policies. We've got all sorts of things. What we're doing now is taking all of this information and feeding it into an AI brain, an AI knowledge base. So when you sign up for ChatIQ, you're going to be greeted with something that looks like this. Let me just close this for a second. When you come to your data feed, the data feed is a way for you to scrape your website. And you can see here, I've got a whole lot of information from a previous website that I've scraped just for a previous video. But when we click on upload data, we have the choice to upload files, scrape URLs, or upload text files. So what we're going to do for now is we're going to scrape our website. So we're just going to fetch all of the links from our website. We're going to tag this data. So this website is called Monhabit. We're going to create a tag for this data, so we're separating this data. So if we've got multiple websites, for example, we can separate this data into different tags. The moment actually is going to add it to this chatbot here, but what we'll do is we'll remove that in a minute. You won't have a chatbot built for now, but we're going to scrape this data. So there's 15 URLs that have been extracted, only 7,000 words on this website. So there's not a huge amount of data yet, but we can add additional data later on. So let me show you what's going to happen. We're going to scrape those URLs. It's going to refresh the page. We're going to come back to the data feed. And if we now filter this data by Monhabit, you can see here it's starting to process this data. And once this data is processed, we're going to use this to create the automation. So first things first, why are we doing this? Well, let's say somebody comes to our website and they've bought this product, or actually let's use this one because I used this one in the last video. So they bought this product and they want to know how they can get a refund. They want to ask about their shipping times, all of that information. Maybe they want to track their order. Typically on a landing page, you won't have that information available. I've added it here just to explain for this video, but we've got the shipping policy here and the returns policy. But now somebody's got to go to the shipping page. Although this shipping page doesn't work, I didn't realize that. Fine, well that's a bit of information for you. But if you go to the, maybe it's my internet. Okay, yeah, it was my internet. Okay, so we go to the shipping policy page. You can see here we've got the shipping costs. How do we ship, the tracking, all of this stuff, all of this information. So all of this information should now be available for our AI. So what we want to do is we want to find these links, and let's just copy this link here. Let's have a look here for, what was it? It was policy, shipping policy. Let's see if it's extracted that page or not. Okay, so it hasn't actually extracted the shipping policy page. So what we want to do is copy all of this information, and it's really easy to do this, by the way. Sometimes the scraper doesn't scrape every single page from the website. It's just because of the way Shopify limits scraping. We can come to here and we can just add in the data manually. So we'll say shipping policy, and we're going to paste that in here. We're going to make sure it's added to this data here. We're going to upload this text. We're then going to come back down and we're going to get the track your order. Actually, this is... we'll just do this separately. We'll do this in a minute. We're going to get the refund policy. We're going to copy all of this data. And, you know, the website, it should actually scrape this for you, but for me it didn't. Come to the data feed, upload the data, text. I think this was refund policy. paste that in here, make sure it's adding it to that one, and then we're going to upload that additional text. Cool. Right, so now let's assume we've got all the information that we need for our chatbot build. We're going to now filter the data by you would probably only have data for one site in here. We're going to select all of that data, so it's going to take all of the URLs from our website and the shipping policy and the refund policy. And then we're going to build a chatbot. So we're going to call this one Monhabit, and we're going to say we want the greeting message. So this is what it's going to look like on our website. We're going to take this as a template. So this is basically the chatbot that we're building, but we're building it tailored for this website. We're going to take this intro message. So I'm just going to write this as that. How can I help you today? We're going to set the colors and then check the files. So cool. We've taken all of the data here. So this is the other bits of data from the other website. So we don't want any of this in this chatbot. So it's now only going to reference this data. We're going to build this chatbot now. It's going to take a second. And if we come back to the data feed, you can see here, it's populating this chatbot with all of that data. So now all this data has been processed. We've now got, if we come to our chatbot here, a custom new chatbot which is able to automate customer service for us. We are done. The next thing we can do is customize this and make it sort of improve the memory and basically train the chatbot a little bit more. But if you really can't be bothered, come to here and just copy this link. We're going to come to Shopify. Let me just go back, come to the online store, come to edit code. You want to go to your theme.liquid, and then here in the head tracking code, don't get too scared by this, by the way, it's not going to cause any problems. So find the head tracking code. You probably won't have this in there, so we can delete that. But basically you want to just put a few new lines and paste in that code. I'm just going to remove the old one. Cool, then we're done. Now all we need to do is save it, and then when we come back to our website here, if we refresh the page, it should have updated with our new chatbot. You can see here, this is the new chatbot. If we go chat with us, we can see, hi, I'm Monhabit, how can I help you today? So we want to make sure that we've customized this to our own branding, because this is the ChatIQ logo. So what we're going to do, so I've taken the logo for this, we're going to come back to the dashboard, head to the design tab, scroll down, and we're going to add our logo here. Okay, so we're going to select that. We're then going to select the logo for our widget. So the widget logo, by the way, is this one down here. So we want to make sure that the branding is consistent. And you can change this. You can make this like a chatbot icon, whatever the hell you want. Then we're going to save those settings. And you can see here now the chatbot has updated. So it's now using that new branding. Cool. For now, we're going to turn off support ticketing. We're going to customize the branding a little bit. I want to use this color for our user bubble color, like that, and let's make the text color black. Cool. Right, now what we want to do is we want to change the messages here. So we're going to say, for example, what's the refund policy, and then what are shipping times. That'll do for now. I mean, you can put whatever you want in here. So we've now got our chatbot. If we come back to our website and we refresh the page, actually what we'll probably need to do is re-embed it, but you'll be able to see that the chatbot's now using this logo. But if you want to fix this icon here, we're going to need to re-embed this. We're going to take this updated code, come back to here. We're back in the theme.liquid, remember? We're going to copy this, just change that to the new, oh, we don't need that page there. We'll refresh the page, and you can see now we've got the new logo. So wherever we are on the website, we have this updated logo. So somebody asks it now, they've got a chatbot that can answer their questions. Cool. So we're basically ready to go. This will be able to answer users' questions, but we want to make sure, remember, we're trying to automate customer support here. So we want to make sure that the chatbot is able to understand simple requests and complex issues. So actually, to be fair, to do this, we're going to come back to ChatIQ in the dashboard. We're going to come back to ticketing. We're going to turn on support ticketing, actually. And it's going to give us this option here for users to be able to submit a ticket. If we go to the submit a ticket option, you can see here, I've got in question, bulk order, and order issue. You can customize this for whatever you want. I'm going to leave it at the defaults. And now what will happen is if someone has a question about their product, they can put in the information. So imagine we're doing this on the website, actually it'll be easier for you to understand. If we go to submit a ticket, question, suggestion, and account. Okay, cool. So these are the default ones. If I'm going to ask a question about the product, or actually I've got an issue with my account, you may want to say this like order, for example, change this to order information. Go to here, they can submit their information. So test@gmail.com. They can say, for example, where is my order? I haven't received it in weeks. Give me a refund. Okay, so this is like an angry customer. They're going to submit that support ticket. They can return to the chatbot and they can ask it questions. But now in the dashboard, if we come to the ticketing section and we go to the chatbot that we've just built, you can see here we've got this new support ticket come in. Where is my order? I haven't received one in weeks. Give me a refund. It's prioritized it as high priority. But here's the really cool thing, because within your chatbot, you have set up support ticketing, which means that, if you guys can see that, I've just received an email notification, which is basically saying I have a high priority missing support ticket, which says missing order. So now wherever I am, I can tell when somebody's got a problem, and I can go in, I can view that on my phone, I can see what the support ticket is, and if I want to, I can respond to that support ticket here, and we can say, for example, on our website, we've got the tracking link. So let's just take this tracking link here, and we can say, please tell the customer Okay, so we don't need to draft out a proper email. We can just give an AI this information, and the AI is then going to draft us an email for us. It's going to include all this information, hopefully, in its response. And also, it's going to use the information that it's been trained on. So it's going to use the information from our chatbot that we train, so every page on our website, to be able to draft an email response. So it's taken in the customer's name, which is obviously test in this case. It's created a subject line for us and an email address. And it said, thank you for reaching out to us regarding your order, blah, 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 blah. Here's some information to assist you. Delivery time, standard delivery time is 7 to 10 days. Tracking your order, you can do so here. It's created a tracking link. That should maybe be a hyperlink. And then we go order number. Please could you provide us with your order number so that we can check the status for you. All we then need to do is either put in our name, like that, or we can just remove it. And then we can actually send this email directly to the customer. So go to Gmail, and you see what I'm saying from earlier, this is a completely automated system. So the only bit that you need to do as a human to deal with your support tickets is actually log into the dashboard and just click the generate with AI button. Cool, so now, as long as we are logged into our company email, Google Gmail, obviously I use Gmail for this one, you can use Outlook or just open it in the Mail app. As long as we're logged in, so that would be the one up here, to that correct email address, it's now pre-populated that email. All we then need to do is send this response. And now we've dealt with this customer, so we can then click on close ticket. Or you can leave it open until they've responded and you're happy that the ticket is closed. So we're just going to close that ticket for now, and we're going to unselect it. But you can see if we go open this ticket, we can see that the average response time is 3 minutes. Fast response times, cool. We've dealt with customer service. Awesome. Right, so now the chatbot's on our website. It's able to deal with customer service problems. What we want to do is make sure that the chatbot's not going to respond with weird responses to customer questions. So let's go to the chat with us section, and we're going to see what happens when it asks it the, let's actually add another one. What's the refund policy? What are shipping times? Let's change it. Let's just leave it like this, right? Okay, what's the refund policy? It's going to go ahead and read all of its data. So it's going to go to... Okay, so make sure you've got the right chatbot selected. It's going to look at all this data here, and it's going to generate us a reply. Cool. And you can see here, it's taken in the contact details for our website. If we click this button here, so we're going to click on this one here, and you can see it's taken the website and it's created a link, return, exchange, or cancellation. So this is actually incorrect. What we want to do is make sure that it's giving the updated, the URL for what's it looking for? Information on returns, exchanges, and cancellations, which may actually be a link from our website. Let me just check. So we want to find the specific link on our website, return, exchange, and cancellation. Okay, so it's this page here. So we want to copy this link. We want to come back to this one. Why didn't that work, actually? Oh, okay, because the URL is no longer working. So it's got this URL from one of the pages on our website, but obviously because this is a test store now, I'm no longer paying for the domain name. So if, let's say, for example, whatever situation you're in, if it had generated an incorrect URL like this, incredibly easy to fix. I'm just going to adjust the response, and you can see here we've got the return, exchange, or cancellation, and it's got that URL. Let's just paste in the new updated URL. We're happy with all this information. We're happy with the contact information here, and we're just going to update the cache. Give that a second to load, and what happens is the chatbot creates its own custom memory over time. So now if we click on return, exchange, or cancellation, it's going to take us directly to that return, exchange, cancellation page. So now the customer can find all the extra information that they need. It's taken the email address directly from this page, but what we may want to do is come to the custom instructions and add this data here. So say contact email, and we can say refund policy. Right, so I just did that quickly. You can see here, let's just update this. Right, so I've put in the contact email address, the refund policy, the shipping policy, the exchange, and the tracking link. Cool, so let's just go onto the website. And let's go to here, and we're going to ask it the same question that we asked it before. What did I ask it? I said, what's the refund policy? Go to here, and we can say, what's the refund policy? Here we go, and it's now using that response that it came up with before. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is see if it can track my order. I may have paused the video at a weird time there, sorry. But you can see here I've asked it track my order. It's actually generated as a response, and I've just given it a random phone number as its contact information on the website. So it's taken the information from the website for the contact email and also the phone number. So it's got that information from the website. What I could do is actually come to the instructions, and I could add that in here. So contact phone, I could say, is +44 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So now it's going to use that information all of the time. But it's fine, it's got it correct. If I actually now go to the website, let's ask it, you can see here I've added in track my order as one of the questions. Let's ask it this question and see what it comes up with. Cool, it's come up with exactly the same response as before. So you can see here, I can click this button, oops, and it's going to open up the order tracking page. Again, also notice it's adding a UTM tracking link to the end of every single URL. Cool, so that's now dealt with. Awesome. What we may want to do though is actually now gather support tickets. What if somebody comes in and they say, I need a refund for my order? What's going to happen? So it's going to take a look at every single page on the website again. It's going to probably look at the shipping policies and refund policies, and it's going to work out how to actually get a refund for our order. And you'll see, okay, so it hasn't done it. So what we want it to do is actually come up with a button at the bottom of here, which is basically going to say submit a support ticket. So although it's got, you know, the email address, it's got the phone number, it's got all of that information, let's add in a button. So I want you to remember this, and I'll make this easier within the app. I'll add like a thing where you can add a button. But if we do this, if we type the phrase CMD hand off and we update the cache, so again, by updating the cache, we're updating the memory of the chatbot. You can see here at the bottom of the page, we have the option to submit a support ticket. Awesome. So now, well, let's say we're happy with this response. Actually, I want to update this. I want to format this a little bit nicer. So we're going to add in a new line as well. We'll do that. Cool. So we're going to update the response. We're going to come back to the website. Yeah, cool. And it should have updated. So let's come to here, ask it the same question, I need a refund for my order. Now it's going to deal with that customer's concern. It's formatted it in exactly the same way. It's given us the email address and the phone number, but also it's asked us if we want to submit a support ticket. And if we click on submit a ticket, it takes us directly to the support ticket submissions. So you can see now how we're basically building a chatbot which is able to very intelligently deal with customer problems and customer concerns. And over time, what's going to happen if we come to the messages section in our chatbot and we select this chatbot, we can see that it's building up a memory of all of the questions and conversations that we've had with it before. And what we want to do is have a look through here and see, okay, cool. People are asking a lot of questions about refunds for their orders. Or if they're asking questions that we haven't seen before, we want to take this question, and I will make this so you can edit this within the chat history. But we want to take it to the chatbot section, ask that question into the chatbot, and then you can see we can actually now adjust that response directly. So you can be very, very smart in how you're actually creating your chatbots. You can be very, very smart in how you're actually making sure the chatbots are using the correct data. And I actually just did an example here where I added the wrong data to one of the chatbots. So you can see here this chatbot is the Cushbu chatbot, which as I did in a different video. I can actually now remove data from a chatbot. So if I don't want this data in here, I can remove the data. If I want to, I can actually now add in data to this chatbot. So you can very dynamically add and remove information from a chatbot. Awesome. Okay, well, if you want to build your own, the link is down below in the description. It's the top link. It's chatiq.ai. Go ahead, start your free trial, create an account, put in your card details, start a 7-day free trial. It's not going to charge you anything. Don't worry about that. You've got 7 days to play around with it. Scrape your website. If you have any problems at all, you can always ask the support bot within ChatIQ. It'll be able to help you with anything, or you can submit a ticket and I will get back to you with any problems that you have.